Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our Swift programming tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at how we can format dates and times using the DateFormatter class in Swift. Now, we know that dates are a point in time, but oftentimes when we print them out to the console or something like that, we get the default string representations of them by printing them out to the console. They're not exactly in the format we might want them to be in. So that's where DateFormatter comes in. With DateFormatter, we can format our dates the way we would like them, by specifying the time style, the date style, the locale if we would like to, and various other customizations, right? And then we can use the string method to retrieve the string representation of that date, using the format customizations that we specified. All right. So, to start with, in Xcode, I have a date object for today's date and time. And I'm going to show you all the various date and time styles. There are 5 of them. Okay? For date and time style, there's 5 each. There's full, medium, long, short, and none. Now, none pretty much is self-explanatory. When you specify the date style as none, the date will not show up in the string representation of the formatted date. If time style is set to none, the time will not show up in the string representation of the formatted date. Full shows everything. So in the most verbose way, in the most verbose format, it'll show all the different components of a date. If the date style is set to full, if the time style is set to full, it'll show everything for the time. Long is slightly less verbose than full. Medium is kind of the happy medium. It's a balance between verbosity and brevity. So a lot of people will use medium, especially in their user interfaces. When you want just a glanceable date or a glanceable time, usually medium is a good middle ground. And then short is the shortest possible, the most brief format style of them all. And I'll show you exactly what those look like. Okay. So, let's go ahead and in our Xcode, below our date, we're going to create a DateFormatter object. And to do this, we can say var formatter equals DateFormatter, like that. Now, we can customize this formatter in many, many, many different ways. But we're going to only take a look at date style and time style properties in this particular video, because those are the two that you're going to most commonly use. So I want to get you started on those and let you explore everything else if you would like. All right. So to customize the time style, let's start with that. We can say formatter dot time style equals, let's say dot full. Okay. And then for date style, we need to say formatter dot date style. Let's set that equal to dot none. So for now, we're not going to show the date in our string representation. We only want the time for now. To get the string representation of our formatted date, we can do the following. Var formatted date formatted date equals formatter dot string from today, because this will take in a date to format. All right, and then we can print formatted date like that. Save it, run your code, and there is our full date, or rather our full time style, and nothing else. Let's go ahead now and take a look at long. We'll say long, save, run, and there is our long date style. Slightly less verbose, hardly noticeable. Medium, save it, run it, and there is the medium style. Kind of a happy medium between the more verbose long and full versions, but not so brief as the short version we'll see here pretty soon. We'll say short. Save it, run. And you can see for short, it's much shorter. We only get the hour, the minute, and the meridian. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and change the time style now to none. And we'll change the date style to full. Save it, run it. And so now you can see we get a much longer version of our date. We get the day of the week, month, day, and year. All right. Let's take a look at long. Save it, run it. And there is the long date format. Slightly less verbose, but we still have the day of the week. Let me go into our little console here. No, in fact, we do not have our day of the week. So as part of the full format, we get the day of the week. Full, we do not get the day, or rather long, we only get the month completely spelled out, day, and the year. So if you want that day of the week, make sure you use the full format. Okay. Let's go ahead and, instead of long, we'll look at medium. Save it, run it. And now inside of our medium, we get a 3-letter month. So Mar for March. And then we get our day and our year. So it's that kind of happy medium between verbose and brevity. It's good for kind of an at-a-glance look at the month, day, and year if you don't want to like parse the exact, like the actual number of the month in your head. And then we'll say short. Go ahead and save that and run it. Now, the short date style, you only get a up to 2-digit per date component style date. So you get, for example, something like 7/4/2024 or rather 24, something like that. You can see the current date in our console because it's March and all that, right? So that is the short style. And those really are all the different styles that you can use for a date formatter. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you to combine them, right? So try it where the date and time styles are the same, right? So medium and medium, long and long, full and full, short and short. Don't do none and none, because that will just mean nothing shows up, right? You don't want that. So keep that. So again, experiment, mix them up, stuff like that. Kind of see the effect that each style has when combined with a different one. It'll help you learn exactly how this works. Now, I want to leave you with this. If you need a specific locale for your formatted date and time, you can set the locale property using an identifier. But we're not going to look at this because it's a little bit tricky. You have to get the format for the identifier exactly right. And that is something I want to leave to you. I want you to go out, look for the different codes that you can use for the identifier, and use the locale property on your own. I know I'm leaving you with a few challenges, with a few different things to do on your own, but I believe you can do that. I believe you're fully capable of it, and it's a great way to learn. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.